Sharapova's suspension was reduced to 15 months, meaning she can return to tennis in April. And she's joining us now. Maria, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I want to take you back to that press conference. You said, I made a huge mistake. But in your mind, it was an honest mistake. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, absolutely. When I got the email that I made this violation back in March, my first instinct was, I need to go out to the world and I need to tell the truth and what actually happened. And I did it within a couple of days, and I'm actually really proud of the moment, because what I said from the first day is the same thing that I'm saying today.
And so when the punishment was handed down and it was a 2-year suspension, which I understand the ITF, the International Tennis Federation, had actually wanted a longer ban, did you think that the punishment fit the crime?
For an honest mistake, a 2-year ban, I don't think was correct. I had admitted my mistake. I also knew that there was a responsibility that the ITF and other organizations had in order to notify me of new prohibited substances, especially when someone was taking a substance that was completely legal for 10 years, and from one day to the next it becomes illegal, and you have no notices, no emails, no direct communications, such as other associations and federations did.
So here comes CAS, the Court of Arbitration for Sport, and they basically agree with you. They say they found no deliberate attempt to dope. They found no deliberate attempt to cover up doping. They say it's an honest mistake, and that raises a question. So why didn't they just release the suspension today? Why do you think you have to continue through 15 months?
Well, the least I could have received was 1 year, based on the current rules, the ITF rulebook. So I received 15 months because I didn't delegate the job to my agent well enough. I didn't check with him at the end of 2015 and make sure that he was checking that list. So that's what I got the 3 extra months for.
But there's nothing else we don't know. So when you said you made a huge mistake, there's nothing that has not come out as to why this Court of Arbitration might have continued with 15 months.
Nothing at all. And the last 6 cases, including myself, that the ITF has made has been overturned by CAS. So they're doing something incorrectly.
You know, this created an uproar when it was announced, and when you stepped forward, there were other players who said, you cheated, you're a cheater. What kind of response or welcome back do you think you're going to get to the sport from your peers? Let's start with your peers first.
I think I've been respected as an athlete ever since I came on tour. I'm tenacious, I'm a fighter. I show a lot of spirit out on the court, and I think a lot of players and a lot of fans really respect that, and the impact that I've had on millions of lives, I've really recognized in these last 7 months, and the people that have come up to me on the streets, airports, in cars, and just said, I can't wait to see you back. It's been pretty incredible.
And yet, for all the supportive people, there are probably people who are on the other side of the fence. Might you face some boos? Are you prepared for that?
I faced boos before. I'm sure I'll face boos in the future for different reasons, but that's part of sport. That's what makes it exciting. That adds that extra pressure, and I love it.
What about getting back to the sport and getting back to the top of the sport? You're going to turn 30 just before you take to the court again.
Yes.
Can you get back into top form?
That's my goal, and that's what I asked for. I feel that ever since I received that email in March, I started my comeback. I knew I would be out for a year at least, and I knew that I had to put my mind be in the right frame of mind to start my comeback, and I've had that in my mind, and I can't wait.
And do you think there will be any impact in not using that substance that you used for 10 years, which is said to perhaps increase your lung capacity? Can you have the endurance you once had without using that substance?
Well, look, I will look with my medical team for a substitute for something that is legal and that is permissible to take.
What's the takeaway from all this? What's the lesson?
I think, well, the biggest lesson for me is that I don't think anything is handed to you in life that you can't handle. There's as an athlete, it was probably one of the toughest things that I've had to handle. I've had shoulder surgery in my career after my 3rd major that I won at 21 years old. It came out of nowhere. I've had to face this in the last 7 months, and everything you think, why is this happening? What is the real core message? But at the end of the day, it makes you stronger, and I'm 29 years old. I have an incredible future ahead of me, and I just can't wait to get back on the court.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to stop by and talk about it this morning so openly, Maria.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Hello. Hello Today fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.